What's going on, Paisanos? My name is Voltix77. Before I actually talk about what I wanted to talk about for today's wrestling talk, I just want to confirm something really quickly with you guys. For most of you guys who actually have this is going to be the only time I'm going to say it once. Any sort of issue I had with, who in the past on YouTube, if any of those videos you see are gone from my channel, they are still on my channel, they are just unlisted, and the reasoning to that is because, like I said, I just want to move past this whole drama, I just want to continue doing what I want to do, and that's about it. So if you saw that last video was gone, it's because I unlisted it, that's because I just wanted to move on now, I'm done with this all, that's all you need to know, that's all I'm going to say about it, and now, onto the video, so, cue the intro. God, this sucks. Cue the intro. What is going on, Paisanos? My name is Voltix77 and welcome to another wrestling talk. Now, before I actually say this wrestling talk, I just want to say that the normal outro I have, I'm probably not going to be using. This is probably going to be the last time I'm going to use it, probably, on this video. Because I want to try and make a new outro. But, yeah, that's kind of it. Anyways, today I want to talk about something for wrestling talk. So for most of you guys who actually don't know this, yesterday was NXT. And, it was actually a really good episode. We had a lot of good things. We had a lot of good matches, got a good promos. One kind of creeped me out a little bit, but then again, it kind of makes sense. This whole love story between Dexter Lumis and, the fuck was her name again? I actually forgot what her name was. Hold on, Indy Hartwell. There you go, Indy Hartwell. I think, yeah. And it was actually pretty good. We had a lot of good matches. We had Amber Moon and Shotzi Blackheart versus Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. And of course, Raquel and Dakota Kai lost. And due to that, they started beating the living shit out of Amber Moon, Shotzi Blackheart. Basically saying, they probably killed my girl. After that, we had another match, which was technically a squash match between Mercedes Martinez versus some random wrestler. And she whooped her ass pretty well. Then we had this weird thing where she ended up getting a tattoo. I do not get it. I think I get it, but at the same time I don't get it. So yeah, we're just gonna go move on from that. After that, we think, if I remember correctly, we had Frankie Monet, official debut, and it was actually pretty good. It was actually a good match. It was also a squash match, and for some of you guys who don't know who Frankie Monet is, or who she originally was, she was Taya Valkyrie for Impact Wrestling before she, I guess, was written off of TV by getting arrested. Which was weird, but I guess that makes sense to why is it she hasn't been on for a while. Which also is funny too, because MSK was from Impact Wrestling as well before they ended up coming to, NXT, so that's pretty good. Speaking of MSK, Bronson Reed comes out to talk about how he is the new North American champion and how no one is going to be taking that title away from him until, of course, Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma come out to confront his ass. Before anything can go down, though, MSK comes out to stop the possible fight, and things went well. Next thing you know, William Regal ended up making two announcements saying that Pete Dunne, Kyle O'Reilly, and Johnny Gargano will be facing off in a triple threat match in order to decide who will be the next #1 contender for the NXT World Championship. So that way, basically saying whoever wins this fight is going to be going up against Karrion Kross. And yes, that's a spoiler for the main event, which I will explain in a bit. And then also William Regal also said that Legado del Fantasma will be going up against MSK for the NXT Tag Team titles. Now, here's the thing. I don't necessarily know who's going to win. I really hope MSK wins, because, in all honesty, MSK is pretty good. I think I might have skipped some matches. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I think I did. But we're going to head to the main event right after I talk about this last promo I remember seeing, which was of Walter talking to Imperium. Now, see, talking about this, Walter was intimidating, and he is still the NXT UK champion. And there's something about that I want to talk about that will also be involving Finn Balor, which I will explain after this next one. So this next one I want to talk about is specifically Karrion Kross versus Finn Balor. Holy crap, it was an amazing match. This is basically a continuation from NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, where Finn Balor was the NXT champion, and Karrion Kross challenged Finn Balor for it, because basically, Karrion Kross is trying to get his title back. For those of you guys who actually don't know this, Karrion Kross was the NXT champion once before, after he had defeated Keith Lee for an NXT NXT TakeOver. I don't remember which number, but he basically won. And he would have been the champion, and he was the champion, only for maybe two to 3 days, due to the fact that Karrion Kross had got injured doing a Saito suplex to Keith Lee off the top, off the middle rope. I don't remember if it was the middle rope or the top rope. I'm pretty sure it was the middle rope. I would have to double check. But due to that injury, Karrion Kross had to leave, even put on the shelf for a bit, and he had to relinquish the NXT title. And in order to decide who the NXT champion would be, they ended up having a 4-man, I think 60-minute Iron Man match between Finn Balor, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. Adam Cole and Finn Balor ended up getting a tie for it, so they ended up having to fight for it again the next week, and Finn Balor became the new NXT champion. Ever since then, Finn Balor had been defending for a long time until this last NXT TakeOver that Karrion Kross came out, whooped his ass, and won. In other words, he basically murdered Finn Balor. And he murdered him twice again this night too. So this was actually a very interesting night, and I really did like the show. And I'm just gonna say this right now, I'm 100% sure Karrion Kross is going to kill everybody in the NXT roster. And that scares the crap out of me. I really feel worried for who the next #1 contender is going to be, because if they're going to get in that ring with Karrion Kross, I don't care if it's going to be, if they're strong, I don't care if they're quick, I don't care if they're smart, they're going to get their asses murdered by Karrion Kross. And that was basically the whole NXT. I think I might have missed some things, probably not, but that's all for the NXT. Now it's time for me to talk about something that caught my interest a while back that was planned for, but ultimately got denied or specifically paused due to the pandemic, and that is Finn Balor versus Walter. Now, if you guys remember this, at some point after, I believe, Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano had their feud, or at least sometime during that, Finn Balor had ended up having a little bit of a confrontation with some of the members of Imperium in NXT UK. And at some point, he actually ended up making a surprise appearance at NXT UK show, and he basically called out Walter. He was been calling out Walter for a while, and it was basically a hint that we were probably going to get Finn Balor versus Walter for the NXT UK title, and God knows that would have been badass, considering how skilled Finn Balor is, and considering how deadly Walter is. Now, before I explain more onto why is it I believe we're possibly going to get a return on that, or why is it I'm bringing that up, I want to first explain why is it that Walter's a monster, and watch my quick video I uploaded on my channel of me reacting to Walter versus Tommaso Ciampa, because there's a moment in there that Walter was able to do something that not only impressed me, but scared the living shit out of me. Because basically, Walter is one of the most badass wrestlers out there, considering that he is able to chop people and basically take their souls. It's insane. Which is also why I'm thinking that if Karrion Kross and Walter ever had a match together, both of them would kill each other. But why do I think that Walter versus Finn Balor may end up happening soon? Again, well, if you guys remember, like I said, Walter actually came back to NXT. Not really came back, but actually appeared on NXT to confront Tommaso Ciampa, and Tommaso Ciampa ended up actually challenging Walter for the NXT UK title for the first night of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. And during that night, Tommaso Ciampa lost, and Walter still stand like a beast. Now, the thing that really caught my eye is the fact that Walter came to NXT. That's enough for me to believe that there is a possibility that we may get Walter versus Finn Balor again. And now, considering that Walter is still the NXT UK champion, and unless he still holds it, we still have that shot. And also considering the fact that Finn Balor had just lost his match against Karrion Kross, might give us an opportunity to finally go down that route. I really hope WWE actually goes down that route, though, because God, that would be a most badass match to see. A skilled wrestler like Finn Balor going up against a beast like Walter. It would be intense. So yeah, that's basically the idea I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to go too long on this. So yeah, full on NXT was actually pretty good, and I really hope WWE decides to end up having that match between Finn Balor and Walter soon. And I really hope Walter is still the NXT UK champion before this match ever happens, because that will only make it even more intense, considering that they're going to have something to fight for, because Walter's going to have to defend his NXT title against someone as dangerous and badass as Finn Balor. So yeah, what do you guys think though? Do you guys think that there's a possibility that WWE and NXT can make that happen? Can make Finn Balor versus Walter official? What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below to let me know. Other than that, that's kind of about it. I think I have said all I needed to say. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you guys want more of these videos, leave a comment and I'll see what I can do. Other than that, that's kind of about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a like, comment, and I will see you guys next time. Adios, paisanos!